Welcome back. We're coming at you today from Virginia Beach. And not only that, today is St. Patrick's Day. Don't know if you can read the shirt or not. It says, I'm not short, I'm leprechaun size. Yes, it's the one day in the year when I can pull out this shirt and wear it. And I do every year. I love holidays, even the little ones. Came in for some rolled ice cream. I'm gonna watch this guy make it. Seems kind of cool. It's like fresh made ice cream.
Like freezing right on top of the thing.
Have you ever seen videos of this?
No. That's cool. Oh, that's cool.
That's the reason it's called rolled ice cream. That is so awesome. Look at the final product. Oh my goodness. That ice cream is really good. We're gonna have to come back tomorrow, I think. And maybe the next day. So Jeff's in the kitchen making shrimp and asparagus. He's the chef in the family. He makes really good meals. So while he's cooking, I did something else for the meal. It's not really for the meal. But look. Made some little swan napkins. That's about all I can contribute. But it kind of makes it fun. So we're in Virginia Beach because Jeff is running in a marathon tomorrow. It's like the St. Patty's Marathon or something. And the St. Patrick's Day thing is why I'm wearing this t-shirt, which I love. So this morning I came out in my St. Patrick's Day shirt and my children immediately started kind of giving me a hard time about it. They were judging me. But you know what I did right back? I judged them right back. How could you not want to celebrate, a holiday? Why don't you want to wear green? So it's interesting how we tend to judge each other. I mean, we judge each other over everything, whether we realize it or not. Not just on what people wear. We judge each other on our body types, if we're too short, too tall, too skinny, too fat, whatever, which is awful because we're all beautiful just the way that we were made, and we should be uplifting each other instead of openly or quietly judging each other. Why do we do this? Oh me, there's a story, a real story. in the Bible that kind of makes me think about this. Jesus had been invited to a Pharisee's house who was a religious leader. His name was Simon. And they were at the table, and while they were, about to eat, or maybe they were already eating, this lady came in. And this lady, she had a lot of guts, because she was known as a sinner, which could mean she was a prostitute. It could mean that she was an adulteress, but whatever exactly she did, she was known by the city as a sinner and looked down upon greatly. And she must have been watching Jesus, or she saw Jesus come into this home, and she was drawn to him. Maybe she had seen him with other people who were known sinners, and maybe he had forgiven them or healed people or helped them, and she desperately wanted help or healing or love or acceptance. And somehow she knew that she would get it from him. And she went into this home that wasn't her home, and she started crying. Now, it was a custom back in those days that when you had a guest into your home that you would clean their feet, because they wore sandals everywhere and the streets were dusty, and so your feet were dirty. As a host, Simon, this Pharisee whose home it was, should have cleaned Jesus' feet when he came in, but he didn't. And he should have greeted him with a kiss, but he didn't. And they also would anoint their head with oil, but he didn't do any of these. He was quite rude, actually, to Jesus. But this lady came in, this lady who was known as a sinner, and she knew that Jesus would love her. She knew that Jesus would forgive her. But she had so much baggage, so much to be forgiven of. So many people who did not love her. So when she came face to face with Jesus and all that he had to offer her, she cried and she wept. And with her tears, she cleaned Jesus' feet. Her tears and her hair. She cleaned his feet. She kissed his feet, bawling, crying. And back then, people didn't take showers very often, and so often ladies especially would have these little alabaster jars of perfume just to make them smell better, and she was anointing his feet with her perfume. All the things that Simon should have been doing in a sort of a different way, she was doing out of love and gratitude toward Jesus. Now, Simon was watching what was going on, and he was mortified that this lady would come in and that Jesus wouldn't push her away. He wanted Jesus to judge her for who she was and for what she was doing. And he didn't understand why Jesus accepted her and loved her. And it's interesting to see this story from the point of view of judging each other, because Simon was judging this lady for who she was. Simon was judging Jesus for not judging her and pushing her away. And yet Simon thought that he was right in all of these thoughts. He was self-righteous, and he couldn't see his own dirtiness, his own sin, his own lack of acceptance of other people. And Jesus confronted Simon, and he told him, you know what, Simon? When I came in, you didn't wash my feet. You didn't greet me with a kiss. You didn't anoint my head with oil. And yet this lady has done all three of those things. And in so many words, he said, Simon, you're a sinner, and she's a sinner. You both are in need of forgiveness. All of us people are in need of Jesus and his forgiveness. And he's helping Simon to see, whether he does or not actually see it, that it's not just this lady who needs Jesus. Yes, she needed forgiveness too, but Simon does too. And we do too. And it's great that Jesus forgives us all if we come to him with a repentant heart. If we come to him and see and admit that we do things wrong and we need his forgiveness, he forgives us every single time. It doesn't matter what those sins are. He'll love us and forgive us. So I guess I'm going to leave you with this today. Where are you? Where am I judging other people? We do it, whether we are aware of it or not. We do it a lot. Let's try to become more aware of what we really think about other people, and maybe ask ourselves why we're so critical of others, why we think less of others because of certain things. And let's try to change that. let's try to look at each other with more love and kindness and compassion. Yeah, let's try to do that. Let's learn from our mistakes and grow. And that's it for today, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic St. Patrick's Day, a fantastic day wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whether you're wearing green or not. And we'll see you next time. Actually, I'm going to leave you with a photo that Jeff and I took on the beach yesterday as we were walking. We were trying to take a nice selfie of each other. You know, kind of romantic, walking down the beach together. And it was so windy and sunny and bright. It didn't come out exactly as nice as we wanted it to. But I'm going to show it to you because it cracks me up. Don't judge me for it.